excited. Hi Seoulmates, how are you? I'm Yetti. I am so ready to dive into this. I'm going to watch it once first, pure reaction, and then second time around, I will be pausing to like talk about concept, visuals, all of that stuff. I'm gonna try really hard. You know, I struggle to not like freak out in the moment and pause it then and there and dive into everything, but I'm gonna try really hard. And then over on Patreon, I'm gonna do studio tune and then probably the rest of the songs on the album, because I think there's 6 songs in total. So yeah, let me know if I might wait a little bit to see if there's dance practices or live clips of the other songs. That would be like fun. And I think they often do that. Do you guys know if we're gonna get more from that? I love Dangerous ITZY. They're my favorite version. Oh, it's almost like a dark Rapunzel. Oh.
Yeah. I don't take vacation. Cause I got that patience. Ambition. I should my range if you innovation. Small talk and pass the work for this.
Oh no, I love this beat. The reverb on it, and then the like lightness of the vocals on top. Yeah. Oh. The moment I heard, I knew it was her. Come on, take us there. They work like ants. I love how all the dance is framing their face. That's intentional. Oh no, this actually fits them so well. It fits them so well. It's an elevation without being completely different. Did you hear that tone? Stop. Oh, they so did this. Oh, it is a level up. Oh. I love that part.
Focus.
Every musical transition that they do in this, I like as much as like the one before, after. Each of the melodies they give us, I'm loving. Oh, they literally ended the tunnel. They blew it up. And now they're outside dancing in the light. Yikes. Oh my gosh, I'm actually so excited. There's so much in that. I love the like the musical part of it, like the melodies. Like I said, each I think they did like 2 or 3, maybe 4 actually, different like melodies in that, and I loved every single one of them. Then you've got the vocals on top of that were either sounding very like unbothered in ways, like Leah was kind of like the way that she was singing was very unbothered, and then we had Chaeyoung being like slightly lighter. It felt like slight differences from how they would usually sing, so they're really trying to fit that theme. And then the concept itself, I loved the amount of imagery that was in there. That's one of the things that I kind of like drew me to ITZY in the first place, the way that they were actually talking about a message in their songs. So I like that we've got that. And then like the visual concept as well, everything about like the round, the eyes, the focus. Really enjoyed that. Let's go back into it and actually like break down each part, because there were so many parts that I was dying to stop and talk about. So let's get into it now. Loved the sirens at the beginning and those like little glimpses of the red really showing that danger. Oh, is that them joints? I will say whoever produced this understands them and their sound. I love when that like the bass came in at that point, at the same point that they've almost like smashed the ants, because it's interesting how throughout they almost look like they're trying to be like using the ants as representation. So the fact that they crush them at the beginning is such a like interesting kind of dramatic full circle choice. Love her voice in this. So overall, I started beneath the endless flashes and the red. Overall, the messaging to me really does look like they're talking about how it's still the same concept of them like having belief in themselves and working towards the end goal of like, you know, being stars and being artists and all that, but it's actually kind of talking more about the darkness side of it, and it's almost like what comes after just believing in yourself, and like not shy, and you know, all those like initial songs that are a bit more empowering. It's what comes after that, the fact that you have to work to get there, and that there are moments of darkness and then there's also moments of light, and the way that they use like the shadow and the light to represent that, and equally in the lyrics they like reference the darkness, they reference the light and standing in the light, and the way they do like interchange between those two things is really just telling me how they're so focused on the goal that they need to get to, but there are challenges that come and like successes that come along the way, in the same way as the tunnel. And at the end, they're like, at the end, like with the light, it's almost like they've smashed down the tunnel and there's representations of them previously working hard that's like stuck in the tunnel, as like something that they're looking back on. It's not like you've smashed the tunnel, smashed the obstacles or whatever, and then like there's nothing to remain. No, you've almost still left a part of you inside there that you can look back on, but actually you have now got to a place where you're open. Yeah, I'll get into the ants stuff in a bit. I love the way that the music just stops at that moment. It's almost like she's making such a strong statement, so we have to like stop and just listen to her. Love. That's such a statement. Pause. The fact that the like everything is matching up at that moment, that when she says pause, the music pauses for a moment. It's like she is in control of the music and what she puts out, like the kind of like image that they are in control of what they put. I don't actually know if they are, but they're like really kind of honing in that it's my choice to be where I want to be. I'm gonna make it there. Wow, that's strong. The other thing also, like the dance moves that they keep doing, there's like that, the facing, there's like, I think they do something like that also. A lot of it is referencing the face and being so focused on the face and the eyes, to really like, again, tunnel vision, hone in on the fact that whatever I see and focus on and my perspective is on is what I'm going to achieve. I'm not going to get distracted looking around. I'm literally like narrowing my like sight. sight of vision. Does that make sense? Narrowing that down so that all I can focus on is the goal that I'm trying to get to. I love that move. Yeah, no, this choreo is absolutely gonna eat. This part as well, the whole 2.0, for me, honestly, I think I'm probably in that category of people that loved the initial stuff, and I think I wasn't as extreme in terms of like hating Sneakers and like some of the other songs. I actually quite liked Sneakers and some of the other songs that came out, but I think this really does feel to me like we are going back to that era, but actually completely leveling up. I don't know if I might like this more than those like initial songs. There's such a maturity to it, such an attitude to it as well. And I think that like I didn't connect that much with Gold. There were parts of it that I enjoyed, but it didn't quite feel like them in certain parts. Whereas I feel like this really does. And it also tells us something slightly new about them. Oh, she's the black cat. Oh, that was interesting. The voice there again, the work, and we're seeing the like ants, referencing the ants, because the ants do work incredibly hard, and they even like when they're carrying stuff, they take more than their physical body weight. They work as a team in the same way that ITZY works as a team, and it was interesting also referencing that, and Yuna closing her eyes, Yeji's eyes, because it's like Yeji's like the queen bee in a way, like you don't need to see that, just focus, you know where we're going. Yeah, so sorry I went on a tangent. I'm just so excited. I'm so excited. Yeah, the ants also, like in the same way that they are in the tunnel in the darkness, the ants are also working in a tunnel in darkness. And sometimes when you can't be seen, people assume that you're not doing enough or you're not, working hard enough. But actually, everything that they do is most things that they do is in those darker places. As much as we see a lot of idols, actually the bulk of what they're doing is in those dark places. It is like in the middle of the night when they're practicing for dances or practicing their vocals. That room that they were all in at the beginning really just did give me these kind of like thoughts of them in their company, like working hard. Like each room that they're in, it's like in this music video, it is like a kind of, I think, representation of the places that they are in, working super hard in order to then later at the end be outside all together performing. Because I think that's the first time we see them actually outside dancing together. I've only got halfway. Love her voice in this part. Love, gagged. And to be honest, each of them, oh, the slow like rise of that she did, the arc of her body, because Yuna knows how to arch her body so well. So the way she did that, and then it's like the fast with the footwork, love. This whole choreo, I know I'm gonna love. I think the song is actually quite inspiring as well, and we can relate to it. I love that part. The only thing I would say that I don't love is the sounds of the train, but obviously in the actual audio clip I imagine we don't have that. Do you guys know? That's the only part that I'm not into.
Focus.
Oh, and that part, the way that we're getting a repetition of the cycle that they've just been in, it's them also saying that the work that we do sometimes is repetitive, like practicing something over and over again, but it's in order to get us to where we need to be. Nice. Love this melody here. How simple it is. You have to say the dance is actually more simple than some of the other ones that they've had. It's almost like they really do want us to feel like we can join in on it and like just be represented by it. Also really love the unison singing of them trying to like really push that point that this is about them as a group and that they are getting to where they need to get to, and that requires work. I could probably talk so much more about everything that I've seen, even like I didn't even mention about there was points where I think they had like writing. It was like a white kind of spaces. They had like writing and analytics and all of that, showing that it's not just by accident like what they're able to produce. Like there's a lot of thought and intentionality that goes into all of that. This I really loved as well, like her whole like vibe. She's looking absolutely incredible. Obviously people would stop and take notice of what you're like, the way that you're walking, but she's just so unbothered because she does not care about the questions, the media, the things that they want to sort of put on her, because the way that they are, it's not a like a press conference where you're in control and you're just sharing how you feel. It really does feel like there's almost an attack element there. There's also like they're all over her, putting the mic like right in her face, putting the camera right here, almost like interrogating her, and she's just not interested in what they have to say. She's so focused on the work and where she's going. Oh my god, I don't want to stop. Ah! I love this. I love this. Oh my god. Oh, the tunnel, I didn't even register. The tunnel, they're like falling and they're just, oh, how did they get back up? Oh, it doesn't really show. How did they get back up? Oh my gosh, I think there's going to be this speed limit, but they don't care. They're going past it. Oh, there's so much in this. Let me know any parts that I haven't discussed that you were like really kind of focused on and interested by. Oh, I love this.